Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Goose here, and today I got some Call of Duty Ghost gameplay for you. The game came out recently, and I've actually been playing it a lot, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. But I just wanted to give out some of my initial thoughts about the game and what I thought about it. So the thing I like about the game so far is that I really like the flow. I feel like the flow of the game has changed since the other Call of Duties. The way the characters move, the way they jump over obstacles, the way they move around, it feels fresh and new, and I really like it. I mean, a lot of people don't seem to like it. They kind of like the way the older CODs were set up and the way the movement was, but I really do like the newer way. Another thing that I liked was the customizations. Now with these guns, there's a lot more things you can add to them. There's a lot more different ways that you can combine things and stuff like that. I know a lot of the old stuff is still here, but I feel like there's a lot of new things also thrown in there too. The perks are also really cool too. I like the way how COD is adopting the new system of perks where you have a certain amount of points to spend or a certain amount of room, and you gotta spend your perks points a certain way, or you gotta fit them in a certain way. I don't know, it kind of makes the game a little more different and adds a little more customization and challenge to finding out what best works with what weapons and what best works with your playstyle. Another game type that they added in that I thought was pretty cool was search and rescue. It's a combination of search and destroy and kill confirmed. And I feel like this was a needed thing in the game. I mean, search and destroy was a lot of fun, but it was kind of annoying when you'd get killed by a camper or someone who was sniping across the map, or like these random grenade throws or noob tubes and stuff like that. It was kind of annoying and frustrating. But with this now, it's more like kill confirmed, where even if there is someone camping and stuff like that, the people have to pick up your tag to eliminate you. And if you die in a way that is kind of cheap, your teammates could always pick up your tag and you're right back in the game. And it also forces people to really get out and not camp and stuff like that. So these are the things I've really liked about the game. I mean, there's a couple more things, but mainly these are the main things. Now, there's a lot of things I actually don't like about the game so far. I don't really like the game types. I don't like how they got rid of demolition and capture the flag and stuff like that. It doesn't really make sense to me why they took it out. Those were some of the staple game types of Call of Duty, and to just take them out like that didn't really make sense. And also, Team Deathmatch is just like the thing people play now. That's all they really play. Even in the playlist when I'm trying to find matches and stuff, I can't really find a match because everyone always plays TDM. And all the new different types of game types there are, it's the same thing as TDM with these little twists and turns and stuff like that. It's not really that much of a big deal or a change. The only ones I really play now are TDM, Search and Rescue, Domination, and Cranked. I think Cranked is one of the newer game types that came out that I think is a lot of fun. But most of them are just the same, and even if you do want to play another type of game, everyone in that playlist is under like 200 people or 150 people, so you have to wait like a minute or two before you can even get into a match, which is really frustrating. But I guess it is what it is. Another thing that's kind of bothering me is the spawn system. Now, this is not as bad as when Black Ops 2 first came out, and the spawning was terrible. But there's a lot of times where I'll spawn in this game, I'll take 2 steps and just die right away. Or I'll spawn, walk down a hallway, and there's a guy right there. Like one time, this has only happened once, I spawned, a guy ran around the corner the second I spawned and just sniped me. I couldn't even do anything. And the spawns are really bad, especially in Domination. If the other team has control of the map, the game's over. You can't even play. It's not even really that fun. With a lot of the new weapons too, I feel like the most powerful weapons in the game are the snipers and the submachine guns. I mean, there are some good assault rifles, but I feel like the most powerful weapons to use to win, to do well, is the submachine guns and the snipers, and that's what I see the majority of people playing with too. Maybe it's just on PC, I don't know about Xbox and the PlayStation, but that's what I see on the PC. Another thing that I don't really like is the maps too. The maps are very, very different from the old Call of Duty maps. They're so big, and I feel like on these big maps, a 6v6 game is not a big enough party to play on it, and it makes it really frustrating to run around forever and not run into anybody, and then you finally see them, and sometimes you die right when you see them, and then you gotta run all the way back across the map. So it's a lot of time being wasted, and on a lot of these big maps, the games end because of time running out, not because of anything else. Also, these maps have so many line of sights all across them, so if you walk around a corner, you don't know what you gotta look for, to look out for, if someone's gonna shoot at you from here or there. There's just so many ways that you can get killed that it's annoying. But it doesn't mean these maps are bad. It just means that it takes a little longer to get used to them. It's just going to take us a little longer to see how they play and stuff like that. But I don't know. They're not too bad. And the character system I don't like. How you start out with a character, and then you gotta make the character. But then if you want to, then you have to make another character if you want to play a different type of play style, and you got to choose whether it's a sniper or a submachine gun type thing. It was really confusing at first, and it didn't really make much sense. So I decided to just make a character, start with submachine gun, and then add different classes in and different perks and stuff like that. It was very confusing at first, and I don't really like how it works. I don't really like how you had to start with a certain character and you couldn't pick which one you wanted. The buying system of weapons is also kind of weird in this game. It's kind of confusing when you first get in there, like including the character system, because if you buy something on one character, it doesn't transfer to the other. So that kind of screwed me over later on when I tried to buy a new character and then buy new stuff. The money was kind of tight even in the beginning, so it was kind of hard to figure out what was going on. Another big problem that's going on also is the PC version. The PC version of this game is absolutely terrible. There's so many problems with it. I know for a lot of people who have AMD graphics cards, which is what I have, it's very unoptimized. I think it's unoptimized on all of PC too. But especially on AMD, we have these random crashes, these driver crashes, and it's so annoying, and I don't know what the hell is happening with it, but I guess it is what it is. Also, there's a lot of screen tearing and huge FPS drops out of nowhere. You'll zoom in with a sniper scope across the map and your FPS will just drop. Or you'll run around a corner and look down a hallway and your FPS will just shoot down. And your game will kind of lag for a second. It's really weird and it's really annoying. And you'll die from it just because of the FPS dropping. And even if you turn down the graphics, you still have these huge FPS drops. Like even when I run the game on high, I get it at about 90, and then when I'll run around a corner I'll get like 30 or 40 FPS and then it'll go back up. Overall though guys, I really like the game. I think it's going to be a good game. It has a lot of potential to do a lot of things. These little things got to be fixed. I know a lot of people are hating on the game, but everyone loves to hate on something, so I think that's why people are doing it. If you liked the video guys, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching guys.